Hey Stitch Cuties, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're the mother-daughter duo of Stitches of Love. Welcome to a video all about the brand new block of the month called
Hop to It.
It is going to be so much fun in this video to tell you all about the quilt. And it's going to be even more fun to get it in the mail every month and make it.
Because it comes in a cute little box.
Do you want to just show the box?
Let's show the box.
Let's show
I
the
love
box.
this box, you guys.
The camera's that way.
I know.
Oh.
I'm trying to get it worse.
You gotta have longer arms.
Yeah.
There
Sorry.
you go. So cute. Tell us about the box.
Well, of course, it's a little box just like we always send. And it says, made especially for you by Stitches of Love. But the cutest part of this box, should I tell them or leave it be a surprise?
No, tell them because it's fun.
What it says
Don't you
on,
think?
Yeah, what it says on the inside. So when you get your box, you're going to open it up and there'll be, of course, your block in it. But what it says inside right here on this edge, the front edge, it says, every bunny needs a friend who is all ears.
Dun, 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 dun. I think that's super cute.
It's cute. It's very funny. And it's true.
And then, of course, on the sides, it reminds you that it is a collaboration with Amy of Amy Brucken Designs. So you have her logo. You have a cute little print from the quilt on it. And then the main bunny from the front is a bunny that's featured on the quilt. She is block 6 of the quilt. And she's also featured on your free little welcome kit that you get when you sign up, which we'll tell you about in a minute. So it's a really fun box to get every month. And of course, your block every month is wrapped in tissue, all cute with a big old sticker. So it's like getting a present in the mail every month when you open it. Mm-hmm. So before we show you all the pictures of the quilt, let's tell the nitty gritty details, like size of the quilt, all that stuff.
Well, I don't know the size.
Mom doesn't know, so I'll tell you. Are you ready? First off, if you already know you want to join because you're looking at the quilt behind us and you've been watching the teaser videos leading up to this and you know you want to join, you can visit our normal website, stitcheslovequilting.com, and click on Block of the Month Clubs and join. Or if you want to make it easy on yourself, you can just go to hoptoitbom.com, and that takes you right to the page that has all the details about this block of the month. It answers frequently asked questions. It links to the actual block of the month, the notions we've put together for you, all the good stuff. So all you need to know is hoptoitbom.com. BOM stands for block of month. I don't know why it's not BOTM, because then it would be bottom. So BOM instead of bottom. So hoptoitbom.com. Okay, so the quilt. Do you want me to? I'll tell the details since you don't remember them.
Tell the details, yeah. I remember.
Okay. Act surprised.
Okay. It's been a while, you guys.
First off here, I'm going to keep Hop to It BOM on there, but at the bottom you can see the size is scrolling. The quilt is 50 inches wide and it is 51 inches tall. It doesn't show the way I have the camera during this filming, but at the top there's a really pretty bow in the border that's really cute. So you can see all that on the website.
So the top border is a little bit deeper than the rest of the borders, which is why it comes out to not be square.
Exactly. That's why it's 51 inches. Because to accommodate that cute bow. And there are 2 ways that you can make this quilt. There's one version you use at the very bottom. You can see it's telling you details. We have the version that you're going to use your sewing machine to make all of it. That means all of your applique pieces, you're going to iron your applique pieces onto your background fabric that you get every month. And then you're going to go over to your sewing machine and you're going to load your thread and you are going to move the fabric and you're going to control your sewing machine and you're going to applique. It's super easy. It's like tracing with your needle. To me, that's what applique is.
It's the old way to do applique by machine.
Old way, the way.
It's the way I do it.
Exactly.
But now there's new ways.
Now the new way, I guess you want to call old and new. There's just 2 different preferences, really. Yeah, because you have a new machine to do it. Yeah, anyways. So the other way you can do it is with your embroidery machine. So if you have an embroidery machine and you have an 8-inch by 12-inch hoop, then you can use your embroidery machine to actually do the applique stitching. So how that works is you download your embroidery file every month from the website, put it in your machine, you load your stabilizer in your hoop, put your hoop on your machine, and then you follow the steps of the pattern. And what happens is you get your outlines stitched, and then you iron your applique pieces where your machine outlines and tells you to iron it. And then once you've ironed all your applique pieces in place following those steps, then your machine, you just simply change your thread colors, and your machine is going to actually do that buttonhole stitching or any embellishment stitching that's on it. Either version that you choose, you're going to have to assemble the quilt. You got to put it together with your sewing machine. Surprises some people, but you got to do it. And then you have to quilt it at the end. And there's a variety of different ways you can quilt it.
But let me go back to one thing about the, about the embroidery machine. Don't you have a test file for the?
Oh my gosh, great point. So if you are unsure of the size of your hoop, or if your hoop is big enough, that kind of thing, or if you're like, oh, my hoop is 7.9, will it work? Well, I say 8, but you test it.
We have a test
file. It, exactly. So for free, you can download a test file. And what that test file has is basically the simple lines that are just 2 straight lines that are the maximum width and the maximum height of what you're going to be stitching. So if that shows up on your machine and you can stitch those 2 straight lines, then that means everything that you're going to do in your embroidery machine is going to fit, because everything we're going to stitch in those files together throughout the year fit inside those 2 straight lines.
And you can't shrink your files, even though your machine may shrink things, because the applique pieces won't fit.
Exactly.
So it's very important that you make sure that your hoop will accommodate.
So test your hoop.
Yeah.
And the reason you don't want to ever like amend the files or change them, what I think is the coolest part about our embroidery files is, traditional applique with an embroidery machine. You get that tack down line, you throw a piece of fabric on, it stitches at another line, and you got to trim, and then it stitches. It's like all those steps. We give you all the pieces already pre-fused with the fusible and already laser cut exactly to the same shape that your embroidery machine is going to stitch. So it's perfection. Perfection.
You don't have any little raggies anywhere.
No raggies. No one wants a raggy quilt unless you're making a rag quilt. But yeah. Anyways, great point to point out that you can test it. That was smart because I forgot. I just forgot that totally. So that's how you can make the quilt. So basically, if you're in your sewing room and you look over, what kind of machine do you have? That's your answer of how you're going to make the quilt. Right?
True.
Or if you have all the machines like this one, then you just go, you look, which one's my favorite? Which one would be your favorite today?
For the last couple years, the Continental M7 from Janome.
There you go. That would be hers. You want to ask me what my favorite is?
A Brother. My
old school classic Brother embroidery machine. People are so mad at me how much I love this machine. Everybody wants me to have a new machine, and I love my machine.
Embroidery machine.
I love it.
What is it? Well, it's not that basic.
It's not that basic.
It was. I think it was maybe the top of the line at one point.
Really?
I'm not sure.
That makes me feel better
I'm
for
not
it.
Positive, but our machine's like 6 years old, and they make fancier machines now.
They do, but I love mine.
Yeah.
It has my hoop size. It stitches good. I like it. So pick your favorite machine in your room. That's how you're going to make this quilt.
Even if you have an embroidery machine, you're still going to need.
Still going to have to piece it together.
Sew it straight line. Oops.
Oh, I know. You're making a quilt. You're going to have to make a quilt.
We get a lot of questions about that.
People do wonder a lot how it gets quilted at the end.
And how it gets sewed together.
I think you either have a long armor in your life that's related to you and does things for you for free, or you have a really good long armor in your community and you have her on speed dial, or him on speed dial.
Or you can do it yourself.
Honestly, send it to somebody. That's what I do.
And I pass it off to my sister.
Someone in the building will do it eventually. Okay, so now you're like, all right. Let's talk about the pictures of the quilt now. Yeah?
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take this away. Everybody remember? hoptoitbom.com. What is it again?
hoptoitbom.com.
There we go. We should have made a song. A little bunny song.
Surprised you didn't make us have t-shirts.
Because I didn't think of it. Oh, we should have a block of the month t-shirt for every block of the month. You heard it here first. Okay, whoop. Here, this is our test picture, so you know where to sit. Scooch.
I'll have to sit here forever.
Unless, yeah, forever. I wouldn't want to sit.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to show you pictures of each block. And if you watched our preview, like before now, when we've launched it, we talked about each block, but they weren't named yet. Did you know that we hadn't named them yet? Well, we had named them. I just hadn't remembered what the names were.
I didn't participate in naming.
You did a long, long time ago. And I had a list of all the names.
Oh, well, I don't remember because I have my own names for some of them.
Well, yes, but we couldn't put them due to copyright reasons. Like, you can't really call one Richard Simmons. We'll show you him now, actually. Okay, so his official name is Bowie Bunny.
Bowie?
Like David Bowie?
Oh.
Maybe.
I thought it was Bowie.
Bowie is Bowie? David Bowie? Oh, no. Anywho, this is Bowie Bunny. Now I'm very nervous about his name, but it's already printed, so this is his name.
This is his name.
Yeah.
He does not have a bow.
Wait, no, it's like, okay. Anyways, next time I'll get better approval for the names. This is Bowie Bunny.
I had nothing to do with it.
This is what your pattern is literally saying. You know it's Bowie Bunny. You edited the pattern.
I know. I saw it there.
You didn't like it?
I don't care what his name is. He's Richard Simmons to me.
Mom calls him Richard Simmons. But I don't think we were allowed to use the name Richard Simmons.
If you're of a certain age and you remember Richard Simmons, the fitness guru guy, he always wore these like leotard things that were kind of like that.
So Richard Simmons, aka Bowie. I thought it was being really cool. Like David Bowie had like outrageous outfits as well.
Okay.
I don't know why I think I can use Bowie, but not Richard.
Okay.
Oh, I know why, because it didn't start with a B.
Oh.
That's why. Anywho, how cute is his block?
It is adorable.
That's the point, right? How cute he is.
Amy drew these. I mean, we can't give enough compliments to Amy about her drawings for these.
You'll see her little logo on all the little things because she does the line art and then you color it with all the pretty fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
So cute. Okay, are you ready for the next block? So that's block one. So when you join, the first official block that you're going to make is that. We're going to show you a fun little project you make first, but this is your first official block. Now, are you ready for your second block? Let's see how Mom approves of this name. This is Bennett Bunny.
Bennett?
Is that good?
That's good.
Okay. What do you think about Bennett Bunny?
I think he's cute with his little hat and his flower in his hat. He's adorable.
I made a little story for each one, and I forgot to bring the story up here with me, but it's all over Facebook. You can see I made a little story about what each one did. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't remember them?
No, I don't remember 12 stories about bunnies.
Either do I. That's why I'm not telling them to you.
See?
Yep. Okay, so block two, Bennett Bunny. Adorable. Next up, we have Bianca Bunny.
With the Easter egg.
Isn't she cute?
Very cute.
I love her. And it's really cute. I hope you're watching this like on your TV in your living room because then the picture's really big for you. And you can see all the details of the picture of the block. It's super cute. And you can also, of course, go to hoptobitbom.com. Got a photo gallery, pictures of the quilts are all throughout that page. All the good stuff
With
is there.
descriptions that tell you what you get.
Exactly. We tell you what you get every single month. There's no surprises except for a surprise. I'm trying to be funny. I feel it's failing based on the looks I'm getting.
Move to the next block.
Anyway, oh my God, he's so cute.
I love this. Amy does a lot of dancing little
Creatures.
And oh my gosh, look at this chick.
Can I tell you his name?
What?
Charlie Chicky.
Charlie Chicky. All right.
I think he dances with all the chicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a little dapper dude, isn't he?
Isn't he cute? He's like, hi there. He's got swagger.
He's trying to get attention, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, you ready for this one? This is Brooke Bunny.
Okay.
Is that a good name?
Very sweet, yes.
I know, didn't she just look like a Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's holding a little tulip. So cute.
And the fabric that she's standing on for her little egg is called frosting. I think
that is such a good, that like light pink color.
Uh-huh. I love that color. And by the way, you guys, these are Lori Holt fabrics from Riley Blake.
Yes, the entire quilt is Riley Blake fabrics.
Yep, the whole thing.
Top to bottom.
It is a mixture of her bee plaids
calico,
And
and then just regular basic, confetti cottons.
yeah, that's about it. Big ginghams too.
Big ginghams. Oh, I love her new ginghams so
Yeah.
much. Her ginghams are good. Okay, next up, this is your 6th box. This is Brielle. She is the one that's featured on the box. That's all I got for her.
Well, I think she's probably one of my favorites.
Is she one of your favorites?
Yeah, I just love her with her little flowers on the side. I just think it's adorable.
I mean, they're all so cute.
And she's very easy to stitch.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
And the red in there is cayenne red, and I'm kind of obsessed with that color right now. You used it a lot in this quilt, and I really like it. It's a really good color. Okay, next for your 7th block would be Benjamin Bunny. He has just a bunch of attitude. He's hanging upside down. He is like the crazy clown bunny of the neighborhood. Don't you think?
He's having fun.
I don't know how a bunny could hang upside down in real life. I just saw bunnies in real life. Never really looked at bunnies up close. They're quite interesting. They really do hop.
Yes,
It's a true story.
And next we have?
Next, these are my favorite names. We have Cade and Chloe Chicky. How cute are they?
They're very cute.
Aren't they adorable?
Now these we do some accents. You applique around them, but then you do some accent stitching. It gives them their little fluff on the top of their.
It's like they have wild hairs.
Yeah,
sticking out.
And I don't know if we did that on anybody else.
I don't think
Yeah, we did. We did it on the gingham guy at the top, Charlie Chicky.
Oh yeah, so the chickies.
Yeah.
Because that other one's a duck.
Right.
Or a giant chicken. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we have Bella Bunny. She is maybe the prettiest.
She's very sweet.
And she has like the cute little like flowers in her hair. She's fun.
She's a little free spirit.
I was just going to say she'd be at Woodstock.
Yeah.
Or Coachella.
She's very pleasant to be around.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then maybe this is my favorite name. Delilah Ducky. Isn't that a fun name, Delilah?
Actually, this duck, I don't know if you guys have heard, but this is my 5th rendition of this bunnies.
Before it launched.
Yeah. And this block has stayed the same the entire time.
Yep.
I like this one the best.
Yep. And the reason you've made so many different versions is sometimes you think the fabrics are going to be just right, and then they're not.
Yeah, they just don't. It wasn't playing nice.
So by the time it gets to you, you know it's designer approved. Mom was like, if I have to make it one more time, thank goodness we liked this version.
Yeah, it wasn't everybody else that didn't like them. It was me.
Yes, I truly liked them all. I don't know where they all went.
They're around here somewhere.
They're in the building.
Well, they would go on the blocks would go on the design wall, but it wouldn't actually get put
Quilted.
together. It would just get the sashings put together with it and stuff. But
you did actually applique almost all of them.
yes.
It was after they were stitched that you were then like,
Yeah, and then actually one did get put together all the way.
Yeah,
I think
the first one.
2 or 3. There's probably 3.
There's
that
some
were all
quilts
the way
around.
put together. Then I finally got smart and said, "Don't put them together till you're done."
But this is the best one.
I like this one. Yes,
Yes.
I do like
agree.
this quilt a lot.
I really like it. I know. It's true. We say it every time. Like, how can it get cuter? Like, it just does. It just does.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Okay, so then your 12th block, Barbara Bunny.
Isn't she cute?
She originally.
You skipped 11.
No, that was Delilah. There's no picture of 11. Oh no. Somehow I don't have a picture of 11. Okay, well, it's a cute. Here, if I take this off, there's 11. Oh, you can't see my mouse. This is 11. And it's a little bunny holding 2 flowers coming out of an egg. Oh, and he's the one that in my mind is the Easter bunny.
Mm-hmm. He's cute.
He's adorable. Oh, I'm sorry, nameless bunny. He has a name. I just don't remember it.
Okay, and then the last.
I know his name. I can tell you his name.
Oh, and the last one is Barbara Bunny, and she's in a basket.
Bodie Bunny.
Bodie. Okay, yeah, that's right.
What a fun name, Bodie Bunny.
So she's in a basket with different flowers, all simple. Again,
Oh,
this is really, if you're new to applique, this is a good one that you can be successful with.
It's just
I
larger
think
pieces.
the pieces are fairly large. I think really consistently the smallest piece is actually his little nose,
Mm-hmm.
which is just kind of a little rounded triangle, really.
And there's only 12 thread colors, which isn't very many thread colors compared to how many you normally use.
Right. And then, as far as circles, which are on the centers of the flowers, we do have a guide that tells you a good way to learn how to do circles if you're doing a blanket stitch.
Yes, a video.
And there's a video as well, but
there is a guide that you get for free when you sign up.
yeah. So
yeah,
it's very doable, easy piecing for sure.
Absolutely.
I think that a beginner quilter can do this, and certainly a beginner to applique can do this and be successful
100%.
and be very happy with it.
Well, because you get a numbered placement guide. So it's not like you get the pieces and you're like, where do they go? Everything is numerical and very organized, and we walk you through each step. We'll show you the pattern in a minute, but we do make it easy.
We try.
We really do. But then we have to talk about the center block. So see the big center? This is Bailey Bunny. Good name?
Mm-hmm.
So Bailey Bunny is the main focal point of the center of the quilt. Now I do want to point out, if you're using your embroidery machine, Bailey is bigger than your hoop. So Bailey is not stitched in your hoop. You will have to use your sewing machine to stitch Bailey. Bailey is huge and very easy to stitch.
It's a 17-inch square.
Yes. So she is so easy to stitch because it's just nice, gentle curves.
And the carrot is very simple.
Mm-hmm. Flowers.
It's all very easy to stitch.
Doable.
Even if you're an embroidery machine
person
only, you shouldn't have any trouble with this.
You do always make the center block. It may not look as simple as it really is, but it really is simple to stitch on purpose. Yes. And then, so you're like super excited, right? You sign up, you join the club. Well, the block of the month renews
on the 7th, isn't it?
No. The 24th, I think it is. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the 24th of every month.
No, does it say?
No, I don't think it does. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure it's the 24th. So it renews on the same day every month. So no matter what day you sign up, it's always going to be that same month, day of the month, every month for you, so that you know when to expect your charge and your box to ship. So in the meantime, until that first box ships, we send you a fun little goodie, something that is fun to use all year round, and really its main purpose, in my mind, is for practice. You get a little something to stitch and practice, either with your sewing machine or your embroidery machine, based on the version that you picked, so that you can, brush up on your applique if you haven't appliqued in a minute with your sewing machine. Or if you're doing your embroidery machine, our embroidery files are different than most everybody. So it gives you a way to practice and know what to expect and how to do it every month. So that freebie is, dun, 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 dun. Oh, I have a picture. Oh, I want to have a picture. Look how cute. Look, this is it in real life. Whoa. This is it in real life. So it is, I think it finishes at 5 inches.
I believe.
A little 5-inch pin cushion. And so you get to practice some straight lines and some curves. And no, that's it. Well, that's also all that exists, straight lines and curves.
Right. But it is smaller, so
if you can do this, you can do all of your blocks.
Don't have any trouble with anything else.
Exactly. And for those of you doing the embroidery machine, you actually put it all together in your embroidery machine. The little back is stitched on too. You still have to turn it right side out, stuff it, and then whip stitch it closed. But this is meant to be a really good practice for you. And then it's also so stinking cute to sit by your machine throughout the whole year. So when you join, this is your free little gift we send you right away. And it doesn't come in the box. It comes in a Stitches of Love padded envelope that says welcome kit, because we're welcoming you.
Because we're happy you're here.
Yeah. So we say welcome, and we send you a fun welcome kit. Yeah. And it looks like this when you open it up. See? Cute, cute, cute. And it's got all your little fabrics in it. But then all of our actual block of the month comes every month. Let me take this down. There we go. Your actual block of the month is going to come in this cute little box. I love getting boxes in the mail.
Oh, me too.
I'm obsessed.
And none of my boxes that come are cute.
I know. I'm kind of a
Truly.
box judger.
Truly, none of them are cute.
I judge the boxes a lot. If they're not
Well, every now and
cute,
then I
then
might
it's
get
like,
one that's cute.
I know, I like it to be cute.
Cute
I
is
know.
way more fun.
It is. So let's talk about other cute things that go with this.
Okay, like what?
Threads.
Gotta have some thread.
Yes, your threads. So we have thread. If you've done block of the months with us, these are all the same colors we always use. You might already have them on hand. If you want to double check if you have the thread colors or not, we list, if you go to the thread kit and scroll down, it lists every single color that's in the thread kit. So you can double check if you have it. Because I know a lot of you, especially like, VIPers already got to sign up. Those of you that signed up for the VIP email list, you've already had a chance to join. And in looking at the names, a lot of y'all, I know you. You've done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clubs with us. So you might already have all the threads you need. If not, we put them together. And for those of you just finding us, and this is your first block of the month with us, all of our thread kits are sulky threads. They're great. They stitch beautifully, fun colors. And as a company, they're just great people.
Yep, they are.
So all around, can't recommend them enough. So if you are using your sewing machine to do your applique, let me just also stop and say, this isn't thread for piecing your quilt together. This is thread for your applique. You will want your regular white thread or thread color of choice to piece your quilt together at the end. Good disclaimer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why I felt that was necessary.
There's 50 weight in some of these colors.
There's a 50 weight white.
Yeah, you may want to use that, but.
Yeah. But these are for applique in our mind. So we have the 30 weight thread kit. Oh my gosh, let me turn it around so you can see the colors. Beautiful, right? And they've got this monster sticker. If you've been in all of our clubs, we've enlarged the sticker. Aren't they just so fun? You approve these, right?
I like the bigger.
You like them better?
I wanted a bigger sticker.
Okay. Mom wants a bigger sticker. We get a bigger sticker.
Most of the time, Mom gets what she wants.
All the time. So it's really, really fun. I love the colors. I kind of know the names of all of them. You have wildflower, you have sweet pink, medium tawny tan, peach, black, butterfly gold. I don't think we've ever had a thread kit without butterfly gold and avocado. Deep Nassau blue, your pumpkin pie, best color ever in terms of name, turquoise, true red, and white. Those are your colors. I know them all because I've been digitizing all the stuff. And so how these threads work, you have a 30 weight that you would put in your needle, and then you would make a matching bobbin with your 50 weight thread kit, and that would go in your bobbin. And these are what you would want to use if you're using your sewing machine to do your stitching. So these are how you stitch. So you take your 50 weight and you make bobbins, and you put this in your needle, your 30 weight in your needle. And explain why you like the 30 weight in the needle.
I like the 30 weight in the needle because of the stitch that I choose to do my blanket stitch with. I choose one that makes a couple small stitches on the outer edge of the piece and then bites in, and then does a couple little stitches and bites in. Well, when it does that, it's not as pronounced as a blanket stitch that's the typical older version that would go forward, back, forward, back. In other words, put a couple layers of thread on, even sometimes 3 times. So in order to get the look of the traditional machine blanket stitch, I like to use a 30 weight, which is a heavier weight thread, and therefore it just bulks up the edge for you a little bit.
It really does make it pop.
It pops it up. It's cute.
Yeah.
So that being said, sometimes I haven't had a problem with my machines, but I know that some people's machines, sometimes you can have problem with tension where your bobbin thread will actually show when you're doing a decorative stitch. It will pop up like a little loop or something. So in order to prevent that, that's why I went to doing a 50 weight complementary color to go with it. And that way, then if your tension does come up a little bit when you're using the 30 weight thread, you can, instead of having to dinkle dork your tension, because we don't all want to mess
I
with our
would never
tension,
touch my tension.
you can just switch to a color that matches, and therefore if it comes up a little bit, it's not going to be offensive and it looks great.
And you can always test your machine and see if you can get away with a white bobbin. You're like appalled that someone would use a white bobbin. Look at her. She was like,
whatever.
So Julie recommends this.
I do.
It just guarantees a beautiful stitch.
I just like it to look without. I don't want to have to worry about it. I want to have fun when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so I try to think about that with everything that we put out. We try to make it so that it's going to be easy and fun, and you're not going to have to stress.
And you know what else makes it easy and fun?
Organ needles.
The right size needle.
Yes. And these are size 90/14s.
And it has the bigger eye to accommodate your slightly thicker thread. If you don't use the bigger needle, you won't like the thread.
And one word of caution for those of you who have the automatic needle threaders on your machines, when you put a 30 weight thread in, you might want to check your machine's manual because it probably will say that don't use the automatic threader with the heavier weight thread.
So you
Thread it
manually
yourself.
thread with the 30 weight.
I manually thread it. Yep. That way your needle threader on your machine never gets bent and dorked, because a lot of people have to take them in a lot and get your machine, get either the little thing fixed or replaced.
Huh, didn't know that.
Do you know that?
I think you've told me before and then I forget.
That's okay.
Yeah. I only touch the embroidery machine. Not allowed to touch sewing machines. That's not a good idea. Okay, so now for those of you that do it my way, the embroidery machine way, I recommend a pre-wound white bobbin for your machine.
Mm-hmm.
If it's showing, take your machine in for your embroidery machine.
Which
This is
true.
where we're different. Sorry.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Well, there are different types of machines, different ways they work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So on your embroidery machine, I just order mine, don't tell anybody, Amazon. And it's just I think it's a 90 weight cottonized thread. Cottonized is a weird word to me.
Probably mercerized.
Mercerized. That. So in my needle, I use the 40 weight rayons. Oh my gosh. I love the sulky
They're
rayons.
so pretty.
You want to know my favorite thing about the spools? I don't want to open this because this is a real thread kit for downstairs. The little lids pop up on the spools so you can put your little tail in there and pop it closed. And so I'm looking at it. I have 2 thread racks perfectly organized numerically of all of my beautiful sulky rayons. And they're all so nice and tidy because none of the threads are hanging loose. I can't stand that. So another great thing I love about these spools.
It is very handy.
But they're the exact same colors in the 40 weight. Adorable. So pretty. And on my machine, for my embroidery machine, for the 40 weight rayon, I like to use the embroidery size 7511, and they're organ needles. Also, what I love about these needles is they're so inexpensive, and you do need to change your needles frequently. So it's good if you want to, when you sign up, just grab a couple packs. I love to have these, don't you?
I change my needle a lot.
I'm going to have a confession. I used to hate to change my needle. It absolutely terrified me. And I used to make you come and do it. Remember? I'd be like, Mom, you can change my needle. I would say in the last year, I'm a needle changer. I do it all
She's growing up.
and I do it all by myself at 40. Yay for me. And don't be scared of it, is what I'm saying. If you're like, ugh, changing the needle. No, it's a piece of cake, y'all. Fits right in. It's got a flat part on one side, so you can't even put it in wrong. What was I scared of? And then you just hold it all the way to the top, screw it in, you're done. I mean,
Easy.
yeah.
Everybody knows that, Brittany. They know. Everybody knows.
Well,
It's
that's-
easy to change your needles.
That was my public service announcement for the one person watching that's like, no, I wasn't comfortable. There's going to be somebody that's scared of changing their needle.
You think?
I was.
Oh. I grew up with a sewing machine attached to my hip, I guess. You did too.
Mine wasn't attached to my hip, but it was gently trailing behind. It had a leash. It was nearby. It was nearby.
Yes, I'll have to tell you that Brittany thought that every house should have a sewing room.
I didn't
She
go
thought
in a
maybe
house
I-
without a sewing room. First, like when people didn't, I was like, "Oh, that's weird."
She'd go to a friend's house and she'd come home and she goes, Mom, they don't have a sewing room.
Like, I'm sad for them. Are they okay? Do we need to bring them food? Like, I didn't understand because sewing was always a central part of everything. I mean,
Whatever.
it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now another fun thing about our block of the months is that we want the patterns not only to be really easy to follow, we want them to be super cute. So in your very first block, your box 1, when you get the infamous Bowie Bunny, you get additional papers on top of your regular pattern. Some of those papers can be used to, you will have to buy your own binder. We don't send you the binder. You can go to any little store and buy a little 1-inch white binder. Oh my gosh, if they made a pink binder, I would buy a pink binder, but we have white. And so we give you the cover of your binder, and it's got a full picture of the quilt. Super, super cute. It reminds you that it is your Hop to It block of the month. On the side, you get a little spine that says Hop to It block of the month. And then on the back, there's several cute little pictures of up close of the blocks of the quilt. So you can have this on a little shelf in your sewing room, line it up with all your other cute binders from Stitches of Love. But then let me tell you what it's like inside, because I'm really proud of what we do for everybody. So inside, of course, you have a cover for inside. And what I put on here, you approved it, is the center block.
Bailey Bunny.
Bailey Bunny. She's so cute. And we remind you, either it's going to have a sewing machine or an embroidery machine right there, just in case you forget how you doing it. Really, you want to know why we put it there? For boxing purposes and logistical on our end, because otherwise the patterns would look exactly alike.
The content is a little bit different though.
A little bit. Okay, so then the first several pages are going to be all kinds of FAQs. So if you forget something midway through, it's right here in your binder. First up, we tell you what's going to come in every single box. You get 14 boxes total, right? So 1 through 13 are your blocks. The 13 is your center block, the big block. Do I sound like a chicken? Block, block, block. Right. So it just sounded like in my head. And then blocks, oh my God, everything starts with a B. Box 14 contains, oh my gosh, contains basically, that's like, you think of it as your finishing kit. It's got all of your sashing fabrics. It's got your borders. It's got the bow applique in your border. And it has your binding. It is a lot of B words.
Always.
We should just call it the B box. Bum, bum, bum. It reminds you that you're going to get tracking. And then here are all your FAQs. Like, where do I update my address?
Please do it before you box renews.
It's a good idea. Because we really love you, but we are not psychic and don't know if you've moved. I wish we were. We'd be even more successful. Okay, then the next page. It's because I drank coffee yesterday. It's still in me. I didn't have any today. Mom's wanted me to drink coffee my whole life, and now I've semi-started. Are you retracting it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. And then the next page, we have a little reminder of how you can get to the support. We work really hard to make sure that we answer all the FAQs online. So if you forget what thread colors are in the thread kit or forget what's written here, it's also online, I guess. That wasn't very exciting,
But you can refer to your binder
yeah.
or the website.
Or the website.
Or you can send an email.
Or you can send an email. Exactly. And then we have a list of notions that we recommend. We'll go over those in just a second. We're talking a long time. Sorry. And then more notions. Oh, this is the original. So there's an edit that won't be on yours. This is truly the original. The original. Then, so this is in your box 1, right? These are all of Julie's sewing machine applique tips. So she talks about how her little process is of like making an applique unit. And then we have little reminders for you to remember techniques for doing your buttonhole stitch. And then you get to your pattern number 1, infamous Bowie Bunny. So every month you get a fresh pattern with a really cute close-up picture of your block. And then you have step-by-step instructions for building your applique unit and then recommended stitch order of your colors. So honestly, you don't even have to think about anything. You just get your box, open it,
you're ready to go.
And read and sew. And then, oh, I almost forgot to keep turning the pages. You get a full-size placement guide that is numbered. There's a little reminder we haven't talked about this. All of the bunnies have button eyes. You don't get the buttons every month. You get them in your finishing kit in box 14. And that is because you don't want to sew the buttons on until after your quilt is quilted. We have a video about this because your long armor, even if it's you, will get mad.
She'll run over buttons.
If you have to run over and dodge buttons. So you don't put the buttons on until the end. And then, even though you get all of your pieces pre-fused and laser cut, if you ever want to make this again, you have all of your applique pieces reversed. You can simply trace it onto your fusible of choice and do whatever fabric you want. So cute. By the end of your block of the month, you have a nice little book, essentially, with all of your blocks. And your very last pattern is your full finishing pattern of how to cut your sashing, how to sew your blocks together, how to put your rows together, how to add your, is there an inner border? No. How to add your border, how to put your binding on, all that good stuff. How to do a hanging sleeve, if you want a hanging sleeve. To me, it's a wall blanket. I do a hanging sleeve. So super cute. It's just so much fun. And then, what else? Should we see if there's any comments?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, I just remembered we haven't done any. Oh, there are. We haven't done any. Well, hello, everybody. Okay. Well,
We forget that we're live sometimes.
We do. We just keep talking. I want to put up, though, that we are Hop to. I'm going to put this back up just in case you need reminding. HopToItBOM.com is where you go to sign up, read through questions, all that kind of stuff to see if you want to do it. The answer is yes. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to go. I want to go all the way to the beginning. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. This is Sandra. She says, good afternoon, lovely ladies in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Oh, yes. Hi, Sandra.
Oh, no. How's it going? And then, hello, Libby. How are you? And hello to Linda. And then Sandra says, glad to see you again, beautiful ladies. Such a cute quilt. Thank you. I'm excited. I think you signed up, Stephanie. Maybe I'm making it up, but I'm pretty sure.
I think
Do you think? I think so, too. And then, Donna, so enjoy your live sessions. Thank you.
Oh, hi, Donna.
I know. We will be live next week as well, but then we won't be live the week after that.
Right.
We're going on a trip. Hello from Las Vegas. Ooh, Trisha. Are you going to go to the Formula One race? Just curious.
Maybe she'll be busy quilting.
I know. Well, pretty much no one's going to be able to actually see the race unless you're like a bazillionaire.
Oh.
It's a thing. Nancy, I saw a demo pressing various pieces together on your stack. Yes. Do the embroidery files have tack down for each piece? So the embroidery files, there are not tack down stitches because the applique pieces are already laser cut, and the embroidery file is designed to go with those pre-fused laser cut applique pieces. So if you go to our YouTube channel and look at any video tutorial that says embroidery machine applique, you'll see what I'm talking about. But essentially, the first several steps of your file, you use white thread, sometimes a different color thread based on your background fabric, but for this, white thread. And it gives you an outline of your applique pieces in several layers. So we build it from bottom to top. And once all those are ironed on, they fit perfectly in place, then the machine is going to do all of the actual applique stitching for you. So no tack down stitches needed because it's laser cut. Awesome. And then when it comes to the stack, the perfect stack, I love it that you're referencing the stack. With the embroidery machine, I like to use my Steady Betty right in front of my machine, and the whole perfect stack I usually keep off to the side, and really the whole perfect stack really is more for the sewing machine applique because you need to have your glass mat and your light pad to build your applique units easily. And then your fusing mat, you'll want to have it for block 13. You'll want to be able to build your applique units for block 13. But in the beginning, you really just need your Steady Betty. I love a Steady Betty. Well, how did we live without them? I don't remember. Libby says t-shirt. Oh, good. I was like, t-shirt. That's weird. We talked about t-shirts. I do think a t-shirt would be super fun.
Okay.
We'll add it to the list. Can't promise how soon it'll get done.
It might not be a Hop to It t-shirt. I don't know.
I think it would be really cute, wouldn't it?
It would be very cute.
Would be really funny? No. If on the back, the upside down one, Benjamin Bunny, if he's like hanging from the neck. I don't know. We'll work on the design. Don't worry. Libby Williams. Hey, ladies. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
How's it going? We have 2 Libbies. That's fun. Can't wait to start on this. I was going to say, I think you signed up. Libby, do you do embroidery? I think it's Libby do embroidery.
I don't know.
I try to remember what everyone does. I try.
That's hard.
I know it is hard. If I'm wrong, sorry. And then Debbie said, this is an adorable project. Can't wait to get started. Thanks, Debbie. We're excited too. I can't wait to start filming all the tutorials. Well, the one's already published, I think. I know I already filmed it for the starter, the welcome kit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it already up? I know I scheduled it. I don't know when I scheduled it for, but it's there. And then Nancy, good morning, ladies from Victoria, Australia.
Oh, hello.
Oh, good morning. And then they said, this is my first quilt and first applique. Oh, perfect. We were just talking about it's really good for someone doing the first one. She's so excited to start this bunny quilt and ready to learn a lot. I think you'll really, I don't know if you're doing sewing machine or embroidery machine. Looks like sewing machine since it's your first applique. I hope you like the patterns because it really does take you step by step. Mm-hmm. And then especially in your starter that we were just going through, and here in the cute little welcome kit you get, there's tips on how Julie actually does the setup of your machine basically for the applique stitch. And then in here you talk about the perfect stack and all that. So
yeah, but we don't do a video of each one.
Yeah, we don't show you sewing every single block, but we have tutorials of you.
You can see how I do it on other things.
There are 2 playlists that I highly recommend for actual stitch tips. And one is an oldie but goodie playlist. And it's called something like Stitches of Love Mug Rug Kits. And you have really popular videos in there about how to sew around a circle, how to do a straight line. And then more recently, like 2 years ago now already, is a playlist called Bloomin' Basics. And you go over applique in that really nicely as well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that's been 2 years already.
Oh, wow.
It was in that room. Yeah, in that room. 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies, man. Libby, I'm a beginner applique. Are you, Libby? I feel like you're past beginner. Am I making that up in my head?
I don't know.
I'm saying you are. You've been upgraded. Debbie, Brittany's videos help a lot too. Thank you.
I think she does a good video.
I love doing the videos. I love it, love it, love it. Mindy, how are you? Absolutely adorable quilt. As expected, all of your bombs are so cute. As evidence for my credit card bills. Yep. I think you've done all of them.
Hi, Mindy.
I love it. Remember we had someone call, the husband called and said, you need to stop selling to my wife. And we're like, we can't. Remember that one time?
We can't control it.
That happened one time, a long time ago. It was really funny. We're like, oh. No, it's funny. But it's.
And then he was like, will you talk to my wife about this? And then she was like, will you talk to my husband?
That same day, though, she like placed a giant order. It was really funny.
Yeah. She was like,
I just remember that. I always think about that. When someone like mentions like a credit card bill, I always remember that one lady because we were like, we can't not sell it to her. She paid for it. That was funny. But this is going to be a really cute one. I think you're really going to like the box. And you'll have another binder in your collection.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I think it's cute. Okay. Yes, the 24th. Thank you, Libby. It is the 24th that it renews on.
Okay.
I try to, when we're mapping out this, we try to make it where, because a lot of you do all of them, so we try to make it where not all of them renew at the same time. We try to space it out where, I don't know, everybody's got like one charge a week, basically.
We don't want to overload your mailbox.
Yeah. And also for us, logistically, internally, it takes, to process all of the boxes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the pincushion is a chance to try machine applique. Will you do a video on it as well? Absolutely. So the video that is either published or about to, I know it's uploaded and scheduled, is the one for the embroidery machine. The one that is the tutorial for the sewing machine applique is not uploaded yet. I have to edit that because basically the reason is I use a different camera to film that one. And then I had to actually edit with my computer. Whereas the embroidery machine tutorials, I do it all on my phone. And so I edit it literally from my phone. And we have a couch in the other room. And I just go sit on the couch and edit it from my phone. So those always get up a little bit faster just because it's simpler for me. That's the honest truth. But yes, there will be one about how to put like your little block together and stuff. But we did just mention two playlists to go check out that have all of the tips. Because once you know how to do the stitch,
you're good.
You can make absolutely any applique. Not even just ours, other people's. But only make ours. And then she watched on YouTube and it looks simple.
I think it is simple.
I think so too. To me, sewing machine applique, I think of it as just tracing the piece with your needle.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just take away all the other thoughts about applique and you're just tracing it with your needle. That's it. And the thread, let the thread do its thing. It does its thing. Yeah. Betsy, love these quilts. Thank you. And Libby says Sulky thread is so awesome. They are. We get pallets of it. It's fun. And then when your garden quilt debuted, love the embroidery quilts. When will your garden quilt be debuted? It is. It's there. Garden Moments.
Unless, are you talking about the Garden Girls for hand embroidery?
That is coming.
That might be a different.
Yep.
And that's.
We're shooting for July, if I'm scared to say it out loud.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that too soon?
Yeah. The quilt itself is all planned. It's just not all stitched. You know, it just takes a while to stitch it.
Yeah.
And
get the colors just right.
Yeah.
Because with that quilt, we're really trying to make sure, like for everybody's done the girls' life, right? So you have like this beautiful thread collection. We're trying to make like a whole like part 2 thread collection with that thread kit.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, there will be some overlaps, but I'm basically trying to use some of the other colors. Sulky has like in their basic group.
180?
Oh, I think it's more than that.
Oh, you're right. It's just 180 blendables.
Yeah, but then there's, I want to say it was like 300 or 400 colors in the petits of 12/8. And so that's a lot to choose from.
A little bit.
However, sometimes I can't find the color
I was
want.
going to say, you still want them to make certain colors.
There's a certain color I want them to do. And they're really good to me. They've done a lot of things that I've asked for.
Colors.
But this color I've asked for, and so has someone else I heard. They haven't got me that color yet.
What is it?
No, it's a pink.
Oh, it's a pink.
It's a pink.
Oh, they have tons of pinks.
I know. I just want.
There's a purple you want too.
I want it to be a little bit different. So yes, there's a purple too.
There you go.
So anyway, yes, but what I was trying to do with this is keep it so that those of you who have participated in the girls' life won't have so much of an overlap.
Yeah, you don't want all, like, sometimes red is red, but.
I mean, it's fun to build your collection. You know, I do a lot of cross stitch too and other hand embroidery where I don't use Sulky. I mean, you know, Sulky to me, I know. I use Sulky for some things. I use other things for others.
Michelle, Rick, all of y'all, close your ears. I'm just kidding.
But, you know, it's fun. I'm building my collection of other brands of embroidery floss.
And she has an app for it.
Yes, I do. And I have French floss, which is silks, and it's just heavenly. So anyway, I like thread. I can have it all.
Look at it. Do y'all see? Can you see in the video the glinster in her eyes? It's just like, ooh, and I have silk threads from France.
Well, they're beautiful.
You're like, oh.
I wish Sulky had a silk.
Do they have a silk thread?
Mm-mm.
Well, let's make
or
it
if
happen.
they do, they're hiding it from me.
They would never. That's funny. Okay. Nancy says she plans to be embroidery machine, but I'm interested in machine applique just for knowledge. Absolutely. Well, fun fact, you'll get to do it on block 13.
Yeah, the big
So
one.
there you go. You get to do a little bit of it. Actually, I mean, truly, it's so easy on that block. It really, really.
It's easy.
It's so easy. And you know what you could do? So, like, obviously, if you're going to do the embroidery one, Nancy, you'll get the kit for embroidery for your starter, but the pattern has all the pieces reversed in it. So you could trace it with scrap fabric and then practice your applique by making a second one of these.
Well, she could also just do it manually instead of on the machine.
Also that, you can just use your starter kit for sewing machine
And
applique.
also, let me say, we do have a new project that's going to be coming, the free project.
Yes, it is.
And it's all about, it's going to take you from the beginning of applique, machine applique, all the way up.
Yep.
From tracing it, everything. So it's not going to be
everything.
We will sell a kit with laser cut pieces just to make it easier for you. But if you want to do it with your own fabrics and
learn the actual technique
from the beginning. So Nancy, that would probably be really perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can use whatever fabrics you want, but we'll go from the beginning all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will not be doing needle turn. No hand applique.
Just sewing machine
Just sewing
applique.
machine applique. And I'm not going to teach you how to quilt it or anything like that, but we will.
Well, you're going to talk about it. It's one of the videos plans.
We'll talk about it, but I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
Not doing it.
She's not doing it.
Mhm.
Truly, I think everybody should have like a really good relationship with their long armor.
If there's one available to them. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you can mail your quilts to people.
Move on.
Keep going. I'm going on. Deanna says, this is my first quilt and embroidery project. Very excited. Oh, good. I love
Well,
that.
welcome.
Like people trying for the first time. This makes me very happy. Again, a really good one for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
For embroidery machine or the sewing machine.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, so excited to film the embroidery tutorials. Love the bunnies. What are the notions you mentioned earlier? Okay, so the notions that we like to have. So first off, there, if you go to hop2itbom.com and scroll kind of towards the bottom of that page, we have a link that takes you to everything we talk about in terms of the notions. And one of those is a video that talks about the perfect stack. So one thing when you're doing either embroidery or sewing machine, the Sulky Terry Z stabilizer, you can put this in your embroidery machine hoop. And when you're doing sewing machine applique on your sewing machine, you can put this behind your
Put it
block.
underneath your block.
Yep. So this stabilizer is perfect for both ways. And this is 33 feet, right? It's 11 yards.
Mhm.
So you can do several block of the months with this one roll. That word left me. I was like, what is this?
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, you can do 2 or 3 probably. 2.5. I feel confident with 2.5. Then the other thing you need, my fusing mat is over there. So, but here it is rolled up. So this is
the one we like.
Yeah, this is the fusing mat, and it is what you put on top of your glass mat, and then you put your glass mat on top of your light pad. And so that, what happens, you put your pattern underneath, your placement guide underneath this, and then you're able, ooh, that scared me, you got it?
I got it.
Then that enables you to build your applique units directly on top of your pattern, the placement guide that comes in your pattern, which are the exact same sizes as the shapes you get. So
Again,
these 3 together are
and you can also
awesome.
see videos of us using these.
in every tutorial
On
about sewing machine applique.
tutorials,
These
yeah.
are in here.
Yeah.
You will see in all the future videos, past videos, that the fusing mat has a green border. It is now purple.
There's a story behind that, but we won't go into
It's
it.
in another video. It's the same thing, just a different border.
Yeah.
And they call it a different brand, but
Because it is a different
it is a different company. They're all the same. Don't tell them. They don't know. They do know. The other thing for either sewing machine or embroidery machine applique, Karen K. Buckley scissors.
We love those.
Nothing is worse than going in a house where they have bad scissors. Don't be that person. Have these. Right?
But don't use these in your
Don't put
sewing.
them in your kitchen. Well, I guess you could buy a kitchen pair.
Don't trim a tree with them.
Don't trim a tree. You gotta call somebody for that too. Just kidding.
Move on.
Here. I'm telling you, I had coffee yesterday. The other thing is the Steady Betty.
Yep.
Boop. Steady Betty. It's beautiful to have in front of your embroidery machine. And if you're doing sewing machine applique, to me, I don't stand at my ironing board. I sit at my little station of my perfect stack. So I need this beside me. I guess you could put this on your ironing board and stand, but
Well, when you're doing it my way, you just iron on here.
I know, but I like to do a final press on here before I sew.
I just go to the ironing board, but yes, that's true.
Oh, well,
Works.
you know.
It works.
You can also just have an ironing board, but I like the Steady Betty. For the embroidery machine, you have to have this in front of it. It's not a law, but
It makes it a lot.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
It's more convenient.
Exactly. I wouldn't know how to do it without it. And then, are that all the notions? Oh, and then of course thread. 30-50 weight for your sewing machine with the 90-14 needle. And then, again, this is all on the website. So you don't have to like memorize it. And then 40 weight thread for your embroidery machine with the 75-11 needle in your embroidery machine. I think that's like all embroidery machines have this size needle.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then, Shirley is anxious to make the bunny quilt for her future great-grandson who will be born in early December.
Oh, sweet.
That is exciting. Oh, I think my niece might need this quilt because she has 2 actual bunnies. When I mentioned earlier that I saw 2 bunnies, I watched the bunnies a lot. They actually eat carrots for real. They eat cabbage for real.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite messy when they eat. He was like
So they have 2 front teeth. Go on.
I know, and one of them is just like a normal chin, and the other one named Cloud has like an extra chin. And yeah, it was just kind of funny to watch him eat. He couldn't eat out of his bowl. She couldn't eat out of her bowl because she had an extra little chin. I felt bad for her. It's a true story. It made me think of it because kids will love this quilt. To me, this is a quilt that's good for your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody in your family will enjoy it. And then Libby says this is her 3rd quilt. I was going to say you've done a lot. And you ordered the 2nd, all of the boxes in the corner of your sewing room. Does that mean you haven't opened them and sewn them? You see in the corner of your sewing room? You got to open them and sew them. I bet she's sewn them.
Probably.
The boxes are super cute. Sometimes we get emails from people and they're mad the box got dirty. And I'm like, well, we can't control if the box got dirty. But the majority of them will come good.
Pretty much, I'd say.
Yeah.
Here. A lot of people use the boxes for other things in their store, to store other things in their sewing rooms.
They are perfect. They're 9 by 6 by 1.5. So they hold a half piece of paper like perfectly. So they are good for like stacking little things in there. Yeah. I want a thread box, but we have to discuss that.
Okay.
So, well, can we tell this? It's very time intensive to make the thread kits to get them perfect in the bag, and we require them to be perfect in the bag. So
we're trying to come up with some better way.
Some better way that's still lightweight for shipping, is adorable, fits in the box, blah, blah, blah.
A lot of little restrictions there.
I know. We'll figure something out. Or they might just stay in a cute bag. Just saying.
You're going to lose your audience.
Libby, you haven't sewn the first one yet. Libby. Promise me you will open a box this weekend. You're breaking my heart. Because it's so much fun. Yeah, have you made a welcome kit? They're so much fun to make. At least build your applique units.
Maybe
you can do it.
Maybe she's waiting for retirement or something. A lot of
There
people
you go.
do that. They get stuff ready.
You get it ready? I mean, I'm not going to point any fingers about who does the same thing you're doing, Libby.
You.
Oh, I was pointing at you. It's me too. Okay. It's me too, Libby. I do the same thing. Oh my gosh. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what it is. Not even the welcome kit, Libby. Okay, truly I cannot judge it all because I'm gonna confess. Oh my god, I have so many block of the months that I bought from other people.
Mm-hmm.
So one is a Tula Pink foundation. No, that's not Tula Pink. Who does the tattoo quilt?
It's not Tula Pink's pattern, but it's Tula Pink's fabric.
Tula Pink fabric.
And it's
the tattoo quilt. If you Google the tattoo quilt, it's foundation paper piecing.
What's her name? Bree? No.
She's Australian, right?
No.
I don't even know what I bought, but it's adorable and I want to make it.
I apologize. I can't remember.
I bet if you Google tattoo quilt, it's probably gonna come up.
Yeah.
But that I have made almost a whole block.
I made 3.
You made 3 blocks, and we bought this how many years ago?
2.
During COVID, right?
2 years.
And then there's another one. I can't even remember the name of it, but it's also Tula Pink. Starburst?
It's Tula Pink fabrics. No, that's not it. But it's
I don't even know what it is.
Julie Herman. She's a designer. What's her name? What's her business name?
Super cute quilt, though. We tell you what to Google if we could remember it, but we can't. Okay, so I do it too.
Maybe one day we'll show what we've got in the works.
Okay, well, I'm out of town this weekend, and then you and I are out of town the next 2 weekends after that. But then that weekend, after we take out Steven's miniature sailboat, I am going to commit to 4 weekends from now. I'm going to make a commitment to sew a block, or at least finish my first block. So Libby, do it with me. You have until the end. Let's make a commitment to do it by like July 15th, and we each sew a block. I will report back. Libby, you got to keep me honest. I'll keep you honest.
She's got more than just that, though, too.
I know I have more. No one wants to hear me confess all of them.
Okay, move on.
Okay. right? No one wants to hear me. No one wants any more of my confessions. I'm just gonna say it.
That's for another time.
You had more than me.
Oh, I still do.
Okay.
But I'm working on mine.
Yeah, you sew every day.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it a lot. I write a lot of patterns.
I pretty much every day I cross stitch, I make a block, and I do hand embroidery, and I do whatever I'm doing here.
Oh, I thought that was your work, and then you get home. That's your home?
That's home. Maybe
Tell
I have
ya.
a short attention span.
Oh my gosh, you do jump around. Y'all, when she cross stitches, she'll be like, oh, this flower over here is cute. Let me go 500 stitches over to do the flower. And I'm like, ah! I have to do like everything at once, like it's
Because I want a
organized.
different color. It's all about the color.
Exactly. And you can count, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, I made a mistake last night. I have to take out a whole bunch.
Okay, this is confession hour. This is what this has turned into. It's no longer a block the month launch. It's confession hour. That's funny. We got to save that for our stitch and chit chat next week.
Yeah.
Maybe we should show where we're at next week.
With what?
I don't know. I'll show part of my tattoo quilt.
Okay.
I mean, it really just looks like 3 fingers right now. Because the first block is a hand, and it says like truth or something.
I have that block done, so I could show.
You could show yours.
I can show what it's supposed to look like.
You can. I'll show you what mine looks like. Foundation paper.
It's fine.
I know. I love foundation paper piecing though. We have foundation paper piecing in our truck quilt. Loads of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun to do in the embroidery machine too. Well, it's not really foundation paper piecing in the embroidery machine. It's just piecing.
What's so nice about foundation paper piecing is once you get the hang of it, it's very simple.
Yeah.
You just got to get your groove on.
Gotta get your groove.
But it allows you to have some really weird mathematical numbers for things like the flying geese that are in this quilt. They are some like 2.1
by like 5.81 or something.
Some weird size, which you can't really cut very well. So,
But it's perfect if you do the foundation paper piecing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about the Loads of Fun quilt.
Mm-hmm.
I call it the truck quilt, but it's really Loads of Fun quilt.
And I think it's Jeeps.
And you think it's Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
It's what your heart sees. There you
Probably
go.
really more like a truck, but to me,
to me, it's like a truck.
At least on this, we know that their bunnies are bunnies and ducks are ducks and chicks are chicks.
But the Jeeps that are also now a truck, like they have a truck bed and they're a Jeep.
What's that? A truck?
A truck.
A truck? A
Truck.
treep?
A treep. A treep. It's a treep. I don't know. The building next door, someone has one. We should ask them what he calls it. It's made by Jeep, so probably Jeep.
I haven't even noticed.
That's why we call it Loads of Fun. It's a load of fun. Okay. I think we have to call it a day for today.
I think they're probably have all tuned out. They're done with us.
Oh.
Are they?
No.
Can you tell us anybody still here?
No, I can't tell from where I am. I have no idea. But thank you for those of you that stayed around with us.
And thank you to everyone who put such nice comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
With our things. We do try to look at it. We're not real good at staying up on top of it and monitoring and certainly answering questions.
Well, anytime you have like actual questions for like how to sew something or something, submit the question through email. It's going to get answered awesomely because we have a great team that handles that. Little old us are the ones that look at Facebook.
Yeah, and it's random.
And part of it is that the notifications from Facebook come in not in order.
Well, and also when you go to look at what someone has put, it's not only is it not in order, but it may be they don't give it to you in a timely manner. You might get something like today. I might get something that came through 3 days ago, and it's like
you're like, well, how am I just now seeing this?
And we apologize also for this obvious spam scammer people that are on there that are these men that say, "Oh, you're beautiful. I can't wait to be your friend." I
haven't seen that.
I ban them immediately.
Oh, I don't like that they're out there.
They're out there. I don't know that everybody really notices it. I mean, it's like a response to someone's post. Like say you said, "Oh, that's a cute quilt," and then, a day later, this
fake robot,
this person might say, "You're beautiful. I want to be your friend."
Well, at least he said something nice.
Yeah. I mean, but they also say things that aren't related. It's never anything really awful. It's just that these people are not.
I love that you're like, it's this one man.
No, it's more than one. I mean, they have different names.
They're robots.
They have different names. Yeah. So anyway, we try to get rid of those. But if you see them ahead of time, don't reply to those people.
I think if you see spam, you can report it.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not. Don't report us. Report the bad people.
But I try to get rid of them.
Exactly. But for those of you that signed up for the VIP list and then that launched for everybody before it launched for everybody else, so many of you joined right away. I was so excited. So many people.
It means so much to me, especially because it tells me that, and to Amy as well, you guys like what we do.
Exactly.
That's very nice, and we appreciate that.
Well, you and Amy made another such cute quilt for us. How can you not want to make it? And there's going to be more coming in this like series where they're like the same like format size, so that the goal is for year round you have a spot that's occupied. Think sewing, think fall, or I'm not allowed to tell.
I'm not sure what it's going to be.
I know what it is on the schedule.
We'll see what Amy wants to draw, or do I have to draw it?
Whoever wants to draw it. I have no artistic talent.
Amy, if you're watching, what you want to draw?
What you want to draw? A scarecrow? Or a sewing machine? Or a horse?
Of course.
Horse, of course. No, it's
okay.
It's not going to be a horse.
Thank you for joining us today, or anytime you might watch this.
Yes.
And if you watched it through to the very end, that's up to you.
Exactly. Oh, Ellie woke up. She was like, "What? That dog." She
behaved.
She did good during the video. She did make an appearance. Well, she came over here. I petted her once.
I've had to pet her a bunch, but
oh, did you? I didn't even notice.
I gave her the peanut butter mat too. That helped.
Oh yeah.
Now she's passed out.
We apologize for all dogs that just heard the word peanut butter.
Oh, sorry.
It's PB. At my house, if Buttons hears the word peanut butter, if I even open the spice cabinet at this point where the peanut butter is, she's like, I'm like, it's just the spice cabinet.
Well, your dog, if you don't give her the peanut butter mat when she wants it, she brings it to you and throws it at you.
Now she like, and no, she throws it at me. She doesn't throw it at Steven. Does she throw it at you?
Yeah, she throws it at me.
Oh, get ready this week. She's going to throw you a mat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And she will. She'll like find you. I'll be on the deck and she'll go find it and bring it to me.
Mm-hmm.
She's crazy.
Okay, guys. Thank you. We
Happy
hope that you
stitching.
like this, and we hope that if you do sign up, that you actually stitch it.
Yes, and I'm going to try and remember our commitment for next week to show what we're working on for like things outside. So, because that will encourage everyone to make their box. Don't make your box. Make what's in your box.
It'll encourage her to make her block.
I know. Oh my gosh, and I've already signed up for another block of the month for next year, and we're committed, you and I, to have fun and sew it together.
Uh-huh.
Because we're trying, we sew for a living, so we have to sew other stuff for fun.
Yeah, because
we sew all this.
Yeah, it's fun to do something else.
Mm-hmm. It's more fun to do our stuff.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you and happy stitching.
Happy stitching, y'all.